The waters around the United Kingdom and Ireland are experiencing an unusual warmth. As of May 2025, sea surface temperatures have climbed dramatically. Some areas are recording temperatures as much as 4 degrees Celsius higher than the seasonal average. This is a significant deviation from normal conditions. Scientists are monitoring this event with growing concern. The heat is most intense off the west coast of Ireland. It is also strong in pockets near Cornwall and Devon. This sudden rise in temperature is alarming for marine health. The situation is developing rapidly. What we are seeing is a marine heat wave. This term describes a specific oceanographic phenomenon. A marine heat wave occurs when sea temperatures stay unusually high for an extended period. For a heat wave to be declared, these temperatures must exceed a seasonal threshold for more than 5 consecutive days. For the waters around the UK in May, this threshold is 11.3 degrees Celsius. These events are not entirely new. However, their frequency and intensity are reportedly increasing worldwide. Understanding this definition helps us grasp the severity of the current situation. The data for May 2025 is stark. Sea temperatures in April and the first half of May were already the highest recorded. This is for these months since detailed monitoring began some 45 years ago. On May 19, 2025, the average sea surface temperature reached a striking 12.69 degrees Celsius. This figure is considerably above the 11.3 degrees Celsius May threshold. Off the coasts of Tyne and Tees, one specific location even recorded temperatures 5 degrees Celsius higher than the average. The entire west coast of the UK is currently about 2.5 degrees Celsius above its usual temperature for this time of year. This particular marine heat wave is described as super intense by Dr. Segaline Berthu from the Met Office. It has now persisted for approximately 2.5 months. This duration is exceptional. Typically, marine heat waves in this region might last around 2 weeks. This event, however, began to build in late 2024 as a milder heat wave in certain UK pockets. It then significantly intensified and spread in March 2025, before its current dramatic surge. The longevity and the rapid escalation make this heat wave a unique and worrying occurrence for the region's marine environment. The primary driver behind such intense marine heat waves is global climate change. Our planet's oceans have absorbed an enormous amount of excess heat. This heat originates from human activities, predominantly the burning of fossil fuels. It is estimated that oceans have taken up around 90% of this surplus energy. This has led to an overall warming of global ocean waters by approximately 1 degree Celsius. This persistent background warming creates a foundation upon which extreme heat events, like marine heat waves, can more easily develop and reach greater intensities. The link is direct and well documented. In the North Atlantic region, where the UK and Ireland are situated, there is a clear warming trend. Sea surface temperatures in this vast oceanic area have been steadily increasing. The rate of this increase is about 0.3 degrees Celsius per decade. This trend has been observed over the last 40 years. Such consistent long-term warming makes the waters inherently more susceptible to sudden spikes in temperature. The current heat wave is not an isolated incident but part of this larger, concerning pattern of oceanic warming. It highlights the vulnerability of these northern waters. Local weather conditions have also played a significant role in the current surge. The UK has experienced one of its warmest springs on record. This spring was characterized by unusually high air temperatures. It also featured notably weak winds. These two factors combined have a direct warming effect on the ocean surface layer. High air temperatures transfer heat to the water. Weak winds mean there is less mixing of the warmer surface water with cooler, deeper water. This allows the top layer of the sea to heat up more rapidly and intensely. The current heat wave began its development in the North Sea and the Celtic Sea. While the North Sea has shown some signs of slight cooling recently, the situation remains critical elsewhere. Dr. Berthu highlights that the waters west of Ireland are currently extremely hot. Dr. Zoe Jacobs from the National Oceanography Centre noted that pockets of the UK had been experiencing a mild heat wave since late 2024. This intensified and spread in March 2025. This slow build-up followed by a rapid surge indicates a complex interplay of long-term change and immediate weather patterns. Marine heat waves exert considerable pressure on ocean ecosystems. Many marine species have evolved to live within specific temperature ranges. When water temperatures rise suddenly and remain elevated, it can cause significant stress. This stress can disrupt their physiological processes, growth and reproduction. If temperatures exceed their tolerance limits, it can lead to death. The delicate balance of the food web can also be disturbed. Changes in one species can have ripple effects throughout the entire ecosystem. The entire marine environment is put under strain. The current heatwave poses several specific threats to marine life. Breeding patterns of various species could be disrupted. Some fish and invertebrates might breed earlier or later than usual. This could lead to a mismatch with the availability of food for their offspring. We may also see an increase in certain species, such as jellyfish. During a marine heatwave in 2023, jellyfish sightings, particularly barrel jellyfish, increased by 32%. Warmer waters could also attract species not typically found in UK waters, like bluefin tuna. This alters the natural species composition. Another serious concern is the proliferation of harmful algal blooms. Warmer sea temperatures can create ideal conditions for rapid algae growth. Some of these algae produce toxins that are dangerous to other marine life. Fish and shellfish can be poisoned by these toxins. If humans consume contaminated shellfish, they can also become ill. Furthermore, when large algal blooms die and decompose, they can deplete oxygen in the water. This creates hypoxic zones or dead zones, where most marine animals cannot survive. These blooms impact both wildlife and human activities. Past events offer a glimpse into potential consequences. A marine heatwave in 2018, for instance, led to mass mortality among mussel populations in the UK. This demonstrated the direct lethal impact of sustained high sea temperatures. The increased jellyfish sightings in 2023 highlighted how population dynamics can shift. Scientists study these previous incidents to better predict and understand the impacts of the current heat wave. Dr. Jacobs has pointed out that the worst impacts on species might be avoided for now, as temperatures haven't yet surpassed all upper tolerance limits for marine life. However, the risk remains significant. The marine heatwave currently gripping the seas around the UK and Ireland is a stark indicator. It points towards a future where such extreme events become more frequent and more severe. If global greenhouse gas emissions continue on their current trajectory, the exceptional heat we are witnessing in May 2025 could become the new baseline. The oceans will continue to absorb heat, leading to longer and more intense marine heat waves. This has profound implications for marine biodiversity, fisheries, and coastal communities that depend on a stable marine environment. Scientists project that 2025 will likely be one of the hottest years ever recorded for global air temperatures. This prediction often correlates with warmer sea temperatures as well. The connection between a warming atmosphere and a warming ocean is undeniable. Certain areas are already identified as hotspots for marine heat waves. A recent study led by Dr. Jacobs highlighted the southern North Sea and the English Channel as regions where heat waves can persist for longer durations. These areas are likely to face repeated and prolonged periods of thermal stress in the coming years. The impacts of warmer seas extend beyond the marine environment itself. Higher sea surface temperatures can influence land temperatures. A short marine heat wave in May of the previous year, 2024, was found to have significantly contributed to above-average land temperatures in the UK. Warmer oceans can also alter local weather patterns. They can increase the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, potentially leading to changes in rainfall intensity and distribution. The ocean and the atmosphere are interconnected systems. Changes in one inevitably affect the other. There may be a brief reprieve from the current intense heat. Forecasters expect the long spell of warm, dry weather to break slightly over the coming weekend. This could lead to some cooling of the ocean surface next week. However, scientists suggest this might only be a temporary dip. The underlying trend of warming is persistent. This event serves as a critical warning. While the most catastrophic impacts on species might be averted this time, the message is clear. Urgent and substantial action is required globally to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and mitigate the escalating crisis in our oceans.